Okay. So listen, yesterday, no muting. So I'm going to try it again tonight and see if it's because of the notes, the opening notes that gets the attention. Because I know people aren't sitting at this thing. They must run it through a computer and they see if they can identify any songs that are in there. So if I don't start off with music and then get into all the news, you're like 4 or 5 minutes into this thing, and I think they're just blowing it off after that if they don't hear anything. So sorry, but I'll just keep singing Acapulco and we'll see what happens. Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. Look into my heart. Leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world, built with you in mind. Knock, and the door shall be open. Seek, and you will find. Ask, and you will be given the key to this heart of mine. I'll be waiting there with my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. Yes, welcome to my world. The Songfather World on the Songfather Show on this 22nd day of August 2019. Not bad today, really. I was outside 45 minutes, couldn't do it any longer. I felt like I was Hansel and Gretel, man, stuck in that oven. It was bad. Woof. But now maybe storms in tonight, coming in late tonight into the morning, and then 70s. You know, not low, mid to upper 70s, but no humidity for the next 3 or 4 days. That's my kind of weather. That's San Diego weather. So hope everybody had a good night. I got a notification from Facebook that said it was actually from Sony Records, that they refused or turned down, or whatever the frig word they used, my appeal on muting 3 minutes and 5 seconds out of my podcast show, whatever you want to call it. I have a chance to appeal it, so I appealed it. And all I wrote was, seriously, Sony Records has nothing better to do than to worry about me sitting here in my house. So here's my offer. I felt like Michael Corleone. Here's my offer. Nothing. No. I said, so here's my offer. Sign me to a contract, and then you don't have to worry about me anymore. Or forget about me. And now we see what happens, because it's so freaking ridiculous. I'm going to put Sony Records, I'm going to put them out of business. Me. Little old me. Well, me. So the Yankees lost again. Mishap was on the mound. Mishap. And that's their third straight now that they lost. Mets won in 10. They're now 1.5 games out of the wild card spot. I like doing it. So tonight, we are going to take a ride over to the Pool of Livers, and we're going to go back in time. We're going to go back to the beginning of the British invasion. Mr. Jason Whitehead has got to be happy about this one. We're going to do a bunch of songs from the Beatles. Let's see what happens now. What's Michael Jackson going to do? Complain? I don't think so. So let's get to some news stories, shall we? We shall, and here it goes. Rolla, that's her first name. Her name was Rolla. She was a showgirl in a dress cut down to there, and she had no pubic hair. Oh, sorry, wrong song. Rolla Hotit from Lebanon was the first commercial jet pilot, female, in the history of Lebanon. Lebanon, we were talking about that yesterday. That's where Danny Kaye's from. Danny Kaye, listen to me, please. Danny Thomas. And so I don't know if you saw the video, but you could look it up. It's on YouTube. she's attempting to land the plane, and the crosswinds are actually turning the plane this way. And she straightens it out and then turns it again this way. And all the time as they're coming down. And she gets it straight, touches down. You don't even see barely any smoke come off the wheels. Perfect landing. Nice. Huh? When she went to school and she got her master's in economics or something like that. And they were talking about they needed pilots over in Lebanon. And so they were putting on a whole hiring campaign. And so a bunch of guys were talking, and they said, well, I don't know how many guys want to be pilots out there. And she goes, well, it doesn't have to be just guys. And they laughed at her, like, what are you, a woman? A woman can't handle a car. You think she's going to handle a plane? And that was the flame under her rear end that said, really? And gave up her degree, went to school, learned how to fly a plane, boom, boom, boom. Here she is, the first female pilot. Now there's, I think they said 3 more that followed in her footsteps. And then you're looking and you wonder how many of those guys could have landed it that way without doing some poo-poo in their pants. I don't know, but good job. Her name was Rula. Okay, so. And she's quite good looking too, by the way. So in Suffolk County, out here in the island of Long, from what I counted, I believe it was an 8-pointer, a deer, a buck. Oh, a deer, a female deer, what the hell is wrong with me? I didn't even have anything to drink yet. So I said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it was an 8-pointer. Got its horn stuck in a soccer net on one of the fields out there on the island. And the more he tried to get free, the more he tangled himself up. And he was quite frantic, jumping and this guy all by himself saw what was going on and walked up with a pair of scissors and kept trying to snip it, and then we tried to buck him, and he tried to go to the side, he tried to kick him, and then finally he got it like in kind of a headlock and just held it, and it calmed down, and he cut all around the horns, pulled it off, and pew, and it took off. Nice, see? There's 2 nice stories right off the bat. Stop the complaining. Stop sending cards and letters into the producer. It's annoying. Yeah, that's right, Tino. He thinks he's the producer. But is that a great story or what? And here's not a great story. Nobody got hurt. But where we've come now in this world, especially now in New York, with the water bottles and all the, and the dumping of the buckets and all the spitting on them and everything else that all the animals are doing to this police department. And a NYPD car is driving down the block, nice and slow, going. And some guy comes over and, it's like he's just crossing the street, and he turns, the car goes by, and he runs and jumps onto the back, and he's holding on to the lights. And so the cop stops the car. He gets up, walks up the back window onto the roof, starts dancing on the roof, this and that, kicking the lights, blah, 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 blah. Everybody's laughing and pointing, and then he does it for about 2 minutes, a minute, whatever. And then he walks down the front windshield, jumps onto the hood, jumps off the car. Now, you think, because somebody's filming the whole thing, laughing his ass off, you think that's when the cop opens the door. Nothing. Guy walked right on by, and the cop just kept going the other way. Man. You don't have to go back too far. If you would have done that to a police car, it's a heavy fine. It's a heavy arrest. You're damaging the city property and everything else, and malicious vandalism. You could have hit him with like 5, 6 different things. Didn't do anything. Why? People around with cameras. You're going to get out. Oh, what did he do? He did. It's going to be anarchy through the streets. So you know what? Everybody that's laughing, trying to take sides and trying to be liberal and trying to be this and don't understand about rules and discipline, don't want to know for whatever reason, however they were brought up, whatever the reason is. Wait until it's all out of control, and they're all going to be the first ones screaming at the top of their lungs. Where are the cops? Yeah, I'll tell you where they are. Anyway, that really got me upset. So tonight we're going, like I said, we're going for a trip to the Pool of Livers, and especially with next month coming up, the anniversary of Abbey Road. Not Abbey Normal, Abbey Road. So I figured, let's go. We'll go. We're going to go to Liverpool, and we're gonna have some fun with the Beatleys, because I love the Beatleys. And, everybody out there, if you could give me a little, I need somebody, not just anybody. I need someone. When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now these days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now I finally changed my mind, I opened up the door. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being round. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me? And now my life is changed in so many ways. My independence seems to vanish in the haze. But every now and then I feel so insecure. I know that I just need you like I never done before. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being round. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me? When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. But now these days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. I know I just need you like I've never done before. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being round. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me? Please help me. Thank you for the help. I love it. Help me! As soon as I heard that song, I loved it. And I think, I have to say, it's probably my favorite Beatles movie because that was hysterical. So, and thank you. Thank you for the singing along and the dancing. And that was nice. It was very good. So, a plane crashes 9 miles in the Pacific Ocean off the coast of San Francisco. A private plane. A man and his girl are on board. He does an unbelievable job. His other friend was up in his plane. So, bunch of spoiled boys this must be. And I got 160,000 miles on my car, and they got their own planes. Something's wrong. And so anyway, the engine died, and he just kept following the wind drifts and keeping it, boom, boom. Landed like this, flat, nice, right into the water. Now what do you do? Oh, of course, what anybody would do. He takes out a selfie stick and starts filming him and her as they're bobbing in the water, and as they're standing on the wing, then the plane is taking on water and it's going down like the Titanic. They grab everything they can from inside just to float on it, and they filmed the plane going down. And then they filmed this, and while they're in the water, and they're getting stung like crazy by the jellyfish. And his friend calls the Mayday out. They get there pretty quick, the Coast Guard and everybody else. Brought the helicopter over. He's filming the helicopter. They strap him up. They're bringing him up. He's filming it up all the way into the helicopter. While he's in there getting unstrapped, he's filming the guy that saved him. The guy's fixing his hair. I mean, this is definitely Hollywood, for Christ's sake. The guy that saved him, that's on the helicopter, sees that, he's filming the whole thing, puts his hand up like this, and he starts fixing his hair and gives a salute. And then to the ambulance, and then, no, we don't need an ambulance. We're fine. No medical attention. They didn't want anything. They went home, and, then their buddy showed up, and they hugged and watched the movie, and then who knows? Went to their waterbed. I don't know. But, thank God they're both okay, but I don't know if that's the first thing that I would think of. I know a bunch of yous out there, I got to be serious. I think you'd be doing it. I really do. But so anyway, that was cool. But aside from the fact that they both lived and everything was okay, what amazed me was that these two, he was 29 and his friend was 26, and they had their own planes. Wow, Amazing. And Mr. President Donald Trump has signed an executive order, long time coming, not just for him, go back 4 or 5 presidents, forgiving all student loans for permanently disabled vets. That's a nice way to say thank you. I'm waiting for the applause to start. Okay. I got an audience here today. Thank you. It's 2 flies. So, okay. I don't know if I should do this now or wait, because it's one hell of a story. You know what? I'm sorry. I crack myself up sometimes because, I'm a little like Robin Williams that way. My mind is going 100 miles an hour, and it doesn't look like it sometimes. It certainly doesn't sound like it, but it is. So I don't know if I should do the story first and... I'm going to do the story first and then this one, okay? And please, no letters. But in Connecticut, there were 6 adults that were caught and apprehended for having lewd and sexual acts in some field over there in, I think it was Trumbull, Connecticut. Fairfield, Connecticut. And... all 6 of them were there at the same time. Okay. Their ages were 62, 67, 63, 75, 82, and 85. So let that sink in. Well, I have a sip of Frangelico. I know it's Frangelico, but I like to make it female. Speaking of female, oh yeah, the 85-year-old was the female. 5 guys, all over the age of 62. And this 85-year-old lady. Sometimes, that's all that needs to be said. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. There's a Viagra commercial in there somewhere. Here come old flat top, he come grooving up slowly. He got juju eyeball, he won holy roller. He got hair down to his knee. Got to be a joker, he just do what he please. No shoe shine, he got toe jam football, he got monkey finger, he shoot Coca-Cola, he say, I know you, you know me. One thing I can tell you is you got to be free. Come together right now over me. He bag production, he got Warriors gumboot, he got on no sideboard, he won spinal cracker, he got feet down below his knee. Hold you in his armchair, you can feel his disease. Come together right now over me. Right. Coaster, he got early warning, he got muddy water, he won more mojo filter, he say 1 and 1 and 1 is 3. Got to be good looking 'cause he's so hard to see. Come together right now over me. Oh! Take it, boys! Come together, yeah. 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 Go to Connecticut, yeah. It's just, I didn't plan it that way. Believe me, I don't lie. But that was the next song. So, of course, do the story first. And, Okay, so 6 people in Connecticut. A man got pulled over on the island of Long with tinted windows and a severely cracked windshield. And I don't mean like a little spider. It was cracked like back and forth from one end to the other. And so when they checked his license, they found out, the police did, that he had 71 suspensions. 71 license suspensions. Still driving. Interesting. What happens? I don't know. They kind of cut the story short there. They don't. It seems they don't want to go any further. That he was undocumented. He was this. It didn't go any further than that. As if that wasn't bad enough. And it is 71. What kind of judicial system do we have? I mean, maybe after 10 we stop. 71, please. And there's a cop just doing his duty. So. It's not like this guy's just been driving around and staying under the radar, and, there was some profiling going on. It wasn't that at all. Couldn't see inside the car. The tinting was too dark. The windshield was cracked back and forth 3 or 4 times. It's a regular routine pull over. 71 suspensions. Good job. Good job. So if anybody's out here on the island of Long, by the way, or is planning to make a trip for the next week, I think they said it goes on to the 15th of September. But out in Mattatuck, which is out in the North Fork of the island, very nice country out there, they have this gigantic sunflower field. Gigantic. They made a maze out of it. That's how big it is. They do it every year. And from right around the beginning of summer, solstice, the 21st of June, yes, I paid attention, straight through to the fall, till around October 1st, they grow over 1 million sunflowers. It's 4, 5, 6 feet tall. I mean, they really do the right thing. And then, of course, you can buy some. You can buy sunflower seeds, sunflower oil. There's a whole bunch of things you can do out there. But the people they were interviewing were saying that how great it was to be one-on-one and that close with nature and sunflowers. And I don't know too many people in this world that do not like sunflowers. I happen to adore them. And but they said it was amazing. They hardly saw anybody on their phone except to take pictures. What they did see was families and everybody and couples holding hands and everybody interacted with each other as they're walking through these sunflowers and everything. Like, see, it can be done. It can be done. And I decided not to tell that story. Excuse me for yelling in your face like that. And yes, we'll save that in a little bit. Yeah, we'll save that one too. I did too many happy ones. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, well, here's one. The rest aren't that good. They're not like gigantic, bring smiles to your face, but over in the United Kingdom, where Mr. Jason Whitehead lives, a guy was riding his horse. It was very low tide along the shores of Burnham-on-the-Sea, down the beach down there. So the sand was packed down pretty hard, and the water was all the way out. So he's doing his little, little trotting along the water, and beautiful. I mean, if you're able to ride, I did that once in Acapulco, and at the Princess Hotel. I mean, you could still go there. When we went there, thank God, it was just starting to turn. There was only, a handful of soldiers with the on their, strapped to their uniforms, because the crime started rising. Beggars up and down the street, which was, they're all professionals. 9-year-old, they're professionals, and then I come to find out from talking to the cops down there that they don't come home with a budget that they're given. They get beat. That's why they're so annoying, and that's why they walk up. Even you're an outside restaurant, then so whatever. But I stay at the Princess. You don't ever have to leave. Although go up and down the strip, if you like to party and dance and have fun, and if you're into that. But anyway, nothing better than riding a horse. Just right along the water, and the beautiful sea right out in front is great. So that's what this guy's doing, and maybe went out a little bit too far. And so he said, yeah, but we better start coming in. As they're coming in, they hit a soft spot, and the horse went right down, all the way up. Its belly was into the sand. That's how far. Its legs completely covered all the way up to its belly. He jumps off, and holy Christ, he's screaming. Ah! Everybody started coming. Then lifeguards came, and then some EMTs and guys on, those four-wheelers, and they're trying to they get in, and they don't know what they're going to do. They try, if you're in the water, you can dig, push that sand away. You can dig it away, but it comes right back because you're in the water. So they're trying everything. They tried hooking up ropes and pulling the horse out, and he wasn't moving. They didn't want to break his legs. And so they ended up getting cloth, tying it together end to end to end. A lot of volunteers from the beach came and helped out. They tied it to the horse's bridle, and they just started pulling a little at a time. Just manpower, okay? Because the SUVs and the whatever they call them, those four-wheeler things, it was too strong, and it was going to break them. And it took 2 hours, but they got the horse out. Boom, get him up, right onto the trailer. Guy gets in, gives him a salute, and takes off. But they said that, the tide was coming in, and within another hour, they said that the horse would have been completely engulfed in the water, and that probably would have killed him, or maybe it would have freed him up enough to try to get out. But they don't think he would have known what to do at that point when the water was up. Horrible, moron. I understand what he was doing, but it's not a boat. So anyway, all right. Let me give you one of these stories that I didn't want to. You're just trying to say, but I should have done them first. Where the hell is it? It's so disgusting. Let me do this guy first. A man convicted of murdering a Farmingdale woman this is a nice one. Sorry. Back in 2000, and he was sentenced to 25 years to life in 2002, had his conviction overturned because he appealed, and the appeal judges committee, whatever the hell they are, went through what the purpose of the appeal was, and they said they had 3 defense witnesses that would have provided an alibi for where he was that night, and for some reason, the judge on that particular case didn't allow them to present those 3 witnesses. Wow. It's pretty... so he spent all that time in jail, so they overturned it. Also, there was skin and DNA under the poor lady's fingernails, and it wasn't the defendant's. This is why I've been saying, way before I started this show, I've been saying it, oh my God, it's got to be 30 years, if not longer. Do like they do over in England. You have professional jurors. That's your job. You get paid well, And that's your job. You have to know the law inside and out. You have to know, pay attention. You don't get swayed. That's why some of the cases you don't even see the defendant. You hear him, but he's behind a thing, or she's behind the thing. So you're not like, oh, did you see that face? Oh, forget it, man. That guy's guilty. Look, he's not even looking. He's doodling on a piece of. You're not supposed to be looking at what he's doing. You're supposed to be listening to what's going on in front of you up on the stand. We're not jurors. We're not professional jurors. So we watch Matlock and Perry Mason, and then we think we know everything. So, but do it here. Make professional jurors. Imagine you go to school for that, and you grow up to that, and it's a prestigious thing. What do you do? I'm a juror. Wow, you're a jurist? Oh, yeah, professional jurist. Oh, wow. Oh, have you had any murder cases? I've had a lot of cases, thank you. That's all. But this, skin DNA under the victim's skin that wasn't the defendant, and they still found him guilty and sent him away because I guess they didn't like the way he looked like or whatever it is. But so he got out, I think, 2 days ago or 3 days ago. So unbelievable. So, but good for him. It's a long time of his life, 2002 to now, 17 years in jail. And they said, again, supposing, you're not supposed to suppose, but 25 with no parole, so 25 to life. So in another 8 years, when he was in 25, they weren't going to let him out anyway because of the heinous. It was stabbing and raping and beating, and there's a whole bunch of others that whoever did to this lady, and but it wasn't this guy. So good job to the lawyers. Good job. And Tennessee, a grandmother who was babysitting for her 2-year-old granddaughter was arrested for taking her granddaughter and sticking her feet in boiling water because she wasn't behaving. And there's a 50-50 chance that this 2-year-old's going to lose both her feet now because of that. So when they asked her, did you do that? How did she get her feet in? And she said, I was having a bad day, and she wasn't listening, so I stuck her feet in to punish her. That's it. There should be no more questions. Who's going to find me guilty? What did you do? Come here. Yeah, that's it. Thank you. Just saved the state of Tennessee $100,000 in prosecuting. I mean, God Almighty, a 2-year-old kid is hanging out with grandma for the day. Unbelievable. Really got me nuts. And then they had. Let's do a song. Okay. This is one of my favorites too. Especially for the ladies because they love secrets. You'll never know how much I really love you. You'll never know how much I really care. Listen, do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? Whoa, whoa, closer. Let me whisper in your ear. Say the word you long to hear. I'm in love with you. Ooh, listen. Do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? Whoa, whoa, closer. Let me whisper in your ear. Say the word you long to hear. I'm in love with you. Ooh, I've known a secret for a week or two. Nobody knows, just we two. Listen, do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? Whoa, whoa, closer. Let me whisper in your ear. Say the word you long to hear. I'm in love with you. Do you know? Do you know the secret? Mm-hmm. You do? Well, I've known her for a week or two. How's that? Yeah, that's right. So, all right, we're rolling along. I have no idea when we started. Excuse me, won't you? Okay, so a regular guy that lives over in a regular guy. Well, actually, he was an irregular guy that lived in the LA area and had been noticing that along some of the major highways and viaducts and the LA River, that the homeless population has like quadrupled in the last 6 months, 7 months, to the point where they're putting up their own little shacks and tents and this, and it's out of control. There's no toilets there. The LA River. There's a poster that they put up of the mayor of LA kayaking down the LA River, saying, "Come to LA and kayak down the river." And when you look at the river, it's green and brown from green and brown. So he wrote letters, and he went to the assemblyman and this congressman. Nobody paid attention to him. So he took an android. I forgot what they call them now. A drone. Almost the same thing. Drone and android. But they're not. And went to all these places that he could see, from highway this and that, from the viaduct, from the overpass of the LA River, and he filmed it up and down, all different angles, and then gave it to the news station. Now he's got everybody's attention, and now they're going to start doing something about it. So it turns out that I guess through a whistleblower, that they've had complaints about this for the last 2.5, almost 3 years. And nobody's done anything about it. And so now all kinds of heads are going to roll. What do you mean you didn't know about it? I mean, you didn't do anything about it. What's wrong with you? There's certain things you got to do. The garbage that's being picked up over there, that's one thing about them. They're cleaning up after themselves, which is nice. I mean, it's if you're hard on your luck, that's one thing. If you're taking a little shortcut to paying bills and paying housing, which is out of control, you almost can understand that too. But they're cleaning up. They're putting them in bags and garbage and bins and everything. But shopping carts they're using now because they ran out of things. And at one place, the one by the LA River, I think there was like 35 shopping carts full of garbage and everything. And the sanitation people, whenever they got around to it, would just take it, leave the shopping carts there, take whatever they could throw into the back of the thing. And then when he did this thing, now all of a sudden it all disappeared. But the shopping carts disappeared too. So, you can't make everybody happy, but it's growing. They had a thing on Channel 2 News yesterday interviewing people that are living in empty and antiquated viaducts and, water chutes, tubes over in Las Vegas. And so, you walk in and looked, okay, this is where they're living, and this, that. One, and they kept going back to her that she was a porn star for 5 years, made a lot of money, and, quite good looking. And then she's been living here now for the last 5-6 years. And, she's still pretty, but covered with dirt, and, your hair's matted, so it's all cut off. And so they're walking down. It doesn't look like it. I mean, you're walking through a tunnel. And, you see she built a little desk here and this and that, and she sleeps by herself, and she's scared at night. Somebody might come in. They all got weapons to. So the reporter says, let me just show to us, the viewers, let me show you what it's like, though. This is right now 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and he turns off the lights from the camera, pitch black. So this woman, unless she ventures out to maybe get something to eat, I don't know, is basically living in the pitch black 24 hours a day. And so is everybody else that are living on all these antiquated tubings throughout there. Somebody somewhere is got to address it. I'm not saying the government is just like turning a blind eye to it. In some cases, maybe a little bit, but it's not like, just one here, one area over here. It's coast to coast. It's getting out of control. It's really bad. So say a prayer for those people anyway that are living like that, and hopefully they can find something and to better their lives a little bit, and maybe some of those people I told you about over the past couple of weeks, they could do the same thing over there and have a truck going around with free showers and free haircuts and stuff, and reach down and help somebody. It's the only time you should ever look down on somebody, right? When you're helping them up. So okay. So acting on tips from anonymous sources, authorities raided an abandoned home and over in Thailand, and they found 13 Great Danes that were literally a day or two away from death. completely emancipated, haven't eaten, haven't had any water in weeks. And it turns out that the lady that had the house was raising them to sell them, and nobody, you don't raise Great Danes to sell them. Sorry, they're wonderful, beautiful, but nobody wants Great Danes. They're the size of horses. Where do you put them? And so she just couldn't afford the bills anymore, so she just took off and left them there, 13 of them. So they got him and cleaned him up and started to feed him a little bit and get him some medicine. I mean, it was ugly, one of the ugliest things I've ever seen. Again, because it's the size, but it's an animal. That was relying on mom to take care of them, and then she just leaves 13 Great Danes. So the king of Thailand hears about this, and Thailand isn't where they make ties. I just make sure everybody knows that. But he he hears about it, and he says, whatever the bill is, get him over right now. He sent over trucks to get him over to the animal hospital in the capital of Thailand, wherever that is. I think it's Botai. And yeah, I'll wait. Okay. And got them their medicine, got them shots, got them food, cleaned up and everything else. And then adopted them all. And now they're running free all over, the kingdom where the king lives. Yeah, so, see, I had a good story. I was just playing with you. And she's going to be charged. They found her, and the people that went and rescued the dogs felt bad for her because she was hysterical crying. I didn't know what to do and everything else, but not the king. He said, "There's a million things you could have done. You could have told somebody. You could have called the police. They would have taken care of it. You don't take off and leave these dogs." No. So they went ahead with 13 counts of animal abuse, and who knows? If this was Disney, he would marry her and they would live happily ever after. So what are you going to do? And we did the Burnham Beach. Good. All right, so this goes out to everybody that was with me yesterday as we traveled around the United States. I think I'm gonna be sad. I think it's today, yeah. The girl that's driving me mad is going away. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, but she don't care. Said that living with me is bringing her down, yeah. But she would never be free when I was around. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, but she don't care. I don't know why she's riding so high. Sure to think right, sure to do right by me before she gets to saying goodbye. Sure to think right, sure to do right by me. I think I'm gonna be sad. I think it's today, yeah. The girl that's driving me mad is going away, yeah. Oh, she's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, but she don't care. I don't know why she's riding so high. Sure to think right, sure to do right by me before she gets to saying goodbye. Sure to think right, sure to do right by me. Think I'm gonna be sad. Think it's today. Oh yeah. She would never be free when I was around, yeah. Ah, she's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, but she don't care. My baby 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 don't care. And neither do I. My baby don't care. She don't care. Good. Then you know what? Then I'm not going to give her this. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. I pretend that I'm kissing the lips I am missing, and hope that my dreams will come true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. All my loving, all my loving, woo, all my loving, I will send to you. That's right. But you're taking a ticket, you're getting out of here, now you don't get it. So we're coming to the end of the show. We're doing all right. And let's make sure everything is gone over. Yep. Very good. I did very good. Sunflowers, yes. Tennessee, the piece of Arizona. Oh, Arizona. A man. Oh, man, I thought that yesterday. In Arizona, a lightning strike has started a brush fire. I think they said it's 4 days ago. What's today? 23 days ago, the 19th. And so it started a brush fire. Didn't say where, I don't think. Somewhere in Arizona. It grew to 40 acres, and they're having a hard time putting it out, of course, because it's all dry. It's the summer, and the firefighters are out there doing their best. They're fighting 120-degree weather, plus the heat from the fire and everything else. And now it's 65 acres wide, and they don't know, what's going to happen, if they're going to be able to get it out. And so let's, first of all, pray for all the firefighters over there that are fighting it. Anybody that's living in the way of this traveling fire, traveling inferno. I love it. Daddy-O, that's your next movie, Traveling Inferno. I'll write it. Don't worry. Just relax. And of course for the firefighters, for their health and safety. And let's hope we can get this out. I don't know if it's allowed. Are you allowed to pray for rain? I guess we are. I don't think God would frown on that, especially if we're doing it for somebody else. So let's pray for some rain over there and put that thing in. Enough with the fires. Every time you turn around, it's like, wow, it scares you. So anyway. This was another movie of the Beatles that I liked, and Paul's grandfather was in all of them. So, but This is like, the typical male song, male complaint. It's been a hard day's night. I've been working like a dog, all right? It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel alright. I work all day to get your money and buy you things. And it's worth it just to hear you say you're gonna give me everything. So why on earth should I roam? 'Cause when I get you alone, I feel okay. When I'm home, everything seems to be right. When I'm home, feeling you holding me tight, tight, yeah. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel okay. Wow! Yep, it's Ringo. So why on earth should I roam? 'Cause when I get you alone, I feel okay. When I'm home, everything seems to be right. When I'm home, feeling you holding me tight, tight, yeah. It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do will make me feel alright. I feel alright. I feel alright. Right? That's all it takes, man. Guy go out there and bust his behind for you. But when he comes home, you better make him feel alright. My phone, I keep plugging it in, and it's draining the battery. I don't understand. I don't. There you go. That's how the Italians fix things around here. There you go. Yeah, see? Perfect. Nobody called me for 2 weeks. So, so we get to the last song here, and it's something that we look for every day of our lives. Every day. We look for this. One of the most beautiful songs. Are you ready? Oh. I love it. Dunes, get off the coffee table now. Sit down, chill out. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, I say, it's alright. Darling, it's been a long, long, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, I say, it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. A little darling, it seems like years since it's been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, I say, it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 Little darling, I feel the ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. I say it's alright. It's alright. It's alright. That's right. That's right. That's right. Every once in a while, it starts to sound like Barry White. Loves orchestra, loves themes, orchestra. Woo! I couldn't do it. I had to turn it off. You know, they say you should always have that playing in the background when you're you know. But I had to turn it off because I was always afraid she was listening to him and not paying attention to me. And not good. Barry, that's it. I went through like 20 rounds of never mind. So that's the show, and here's the last one. A lady, they didn't say where. Well, actually, they probably did, but I missed it, so the hell with it. She's in a bank. She sees a stroller. Takes stuff out of her stroller, puts it into that one. Bolts out the door and takes off with the stroller. Well, obviously, it was a better stroller than the one she had. So, okay, that's bad enough. But she forgot one thing. Her baby was in her own stroller she left in the bank. So the lady sees it's gone. She goes running out after her. She's running down the street. And then they're yelling, your baby's still here. So she had to turn around and come back. They called the cops and they locked her up. Yes, they're amongst us and they're breeding. Wow. So everybody have a good night. I love you. That's the show for tonight. The 22nd day. Please, even if you don't care, even if you think it's a wasted prayer, say a prayer for the Yankees tonight. Would you? You know, Judge, I got to be honest, he looked a little good yesterday. He didn't do good, but, you know, he went against this reliever that I've never seen. The guy's insane. They should give him a drug test. The minute he walked off the mound, they should have given him a drug test because he's out of his mind, nuts. And he was throwing 100, 103, 104 miles an hour. Are you kidding me? And Judge was right on him. He just kept fouling him off, so that's a good sign. But, you know, for me, for the Songfather, let's get a win tonight, shall we? Thank you. And then after that, then they got Seattle. Seattle could be 0-112. They play the Yankees. They beat us 15-0. People get up. They get up for the Yankees. But anyway, so have a good night. I love you. Thank you for everything you continue to do. And don't forget, please share this. Not the watch party. This. Please share it everywhere. Your members of groups, share it. Tell friends about it, everything else. Let the word get around. You know what? It is pretty good. Hey, that hour went by fast. That was a lot of fun. Hey, thank you. You know, you get a lot of thank yous. Maybe some flowers, bottles of wine sent to your house. You know, you got to think these things through, folks. And the Songfather radio station, don't forget that one, www.allcapsthesongfathershow.com. And sit back and relax. Get a nice glass of wine. Just relax. Turn the lights down. Beautiful. Take your clothes off and get inside first, and then get under the covers, the air conditioning on. It's a hot night. Just relax and listen to me. Wow. I think I could be arrested for what I just said. So forget that. I didn't say anything. Tino says good night. He says he loves you too, like I do. See you at 6 on the watch party, and tomorrow night at 6 for the Songfather Show, where tomorrow we do all Daddy-O picks. He picked them all. You like the way I about my peas. And so, yeah, all Daddy-O picks. So that's it. Have a good night. Cham. Remember that you're from yesterday? Chow and Bam together. Cham. Cham. Love yous. See you later. All right, Tino, take it easy. It's hot out.